What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lifting and Heels podcast. I'm Rachel and I'm here with my co host Heather. And today we're going to talk about our morning routines, what we do to get our days started, what we do to stay productive in the morning, and then also what we do just to make ourselves feel good to have a good day ahead of us. So, Heather, how were your holidays?
Mine were really good. Happy New Year. How was
Happy
yours?
New Year. Good, good. Kind they were kind of crazy, but they were good. Little low key, which I prefer actually.
Yeah,
How were
same.
yours?
Like pretty much the same. Like Christmas got, a little crazy just with, all the shopping and everything. I always put stuff off till last minute. But New Year was very low key. For the first time in like 20 years, me and my brother and my sister were all at home for the to bring in the new year with my parents. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what's your morning routine look like as far as like when you wake up, what's like the first thing you do?
So I think that this is such a great topic, like to talk about at the beginning of the year, especially just because everyone has, is coming up with their New Year's resolutions and just to whatever they want to make better in their lives. And I really think morning routines play a huge role in that. And the reason being is, like that's like the first thing you do when you start your day. So I think that that's what's going to set you up. It's, I always think about how like if you get woken up, like in a crazy way, like your whole day is just like stressed, like going through. So I think it is important how you start it. With mine, my days can all like tend to just go off in a totally different direction than I originally plan. So I can lose control of them kind of quickly. So I try as best as I can to set goals for the morning, and just no matter what my day brings, I make sure I get them done. And I pick, a few goals, like, two or three that I know I need to get done to like propel myself forward in the goal. Even if it's a small one, even if it's a big one, it just, no matter what, something to make sure I get done that day to like give me one more day closer to my goal. How about you?
For sure. I like to start my morning kind of with peace and quiet. I wake up and I'll usually start my morning off with pre-workout, like a half scoop. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not a huge coffee drinker. So that's kind of like my morning caffeine, wake me up for my day. And then depending on the day, I'll either go do cardio or I will hop in the shower, do my whole skincare routine, set out, different things that I need for the day, get my meals ready, and then kind of look over my list of things that I have to do for the day. I'm a big advocate of making checklists or to-do lists for yourself for the day,
Same.
for the week, for the month. I think it's really important to not only make those lists for yourself, but also just kind of as a reminder too to everyone else, like around you of like what's going on. Like if you're living with someone and they don't know exactly like how busy your schedule is, and like for me, I kind of have a hard time like communicating with with Dave, especially just like, hey, I'm really busy this week. I'm gonna be really swamped. So if I get like a little stressed out or a little snippy, this is why. So usually I'll
That's
leave
a good
like my to-do
idea.
list and stuff out. So like he knows like, okay, she has like both jobs this day, or okay, she has to do this, 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 and this. So it's kind of like a way for me to know what I need done. But then I also like to do that too, because then that way I feel like we both communicate better that way. Um, and then he
That
knows
totally
what's
makes
going
sense.
on, and if he thinks like I'm gonna need some extra help, whether it's like doing dishes or laundry or whatever it is, like he'll always like jump right in to help. So
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. I really like
thanks.
that idea. Yeah. I wish I could go
Yeah.
around to everybody in the world with my like to-do list for the day and be like, this
Right.
is why you need to get out of my way. Like,
I used to be so much better with it for myself anyways, as far as like, color coding everything and making sure everything had like a time where I was going to get it done, whether it was an appointment or just something I had to do. Like I would usually carve out a time to do it. Now, not so much, but I'm going to have to get back to that here pretty soon because prep starts for me here in a couple of
Oh,
weeks.
do you know the exact date yet, or you just kind of, it's
I
close?
don't. I don't. Cash, he hasn't told me yet. The last time I talked to him about it, he just said that we're gonna be starting here within the next month or less. So
Ooh.
I'm kind of waiting on the go, and we're gonna get started. So
Nice. That's so exciting.
yeah, I'm very excited for this season. I think I'm gonna bring a whole new package this time. So
That's
we'll
very
see.
exciting. I can't wait to see you. I'm excited.
Me too. I'm excited to see what shows we end up doing. I'm excited to see, how the prep turns out because this is like the first prep that I've done in a really long time where I haven't done it myself.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true. That's like, this will be
so
like a really interesting thing to see. Like, you're training with somebody new. So, like, what different things do they use? And, vice versa. Like, where do you differ? Where are you guys the same? Like, it'll be, I'm like curious to see how this all comes together. I think it'll be really good.
yeah, it'll be really good. It'll be really cool. And like the cool thing about Cash is like he's very open but very like straight up. So like if I have done something before or I have an idea, I can always run it by him. I have like no doubt, no reservation like whatsoever about that. But I also know in return he's gonna say straight up like that's either a great idea or that's
Yeah.
absolutely absurd. Don't even ask me that again.
That's funny. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. But I think my back to the topic, my morning routine will definitely look different as time goes on,
Oh,
as I'm sure
yeah.
you can relate.
Yeah. And no, I feel though, like as prep gets going, it's like my life, everything else around it becomes more like organized. So like I
Mhm.
go for, like from before prep, it's like I like semi might do some, like something here, there, and then all of a sudden, like as you get closer, everything like all of a sudden, like I'm not a schedule person whatsoever. Like if you try to confine me to a schedule, it's like I almost do it on purpose to fight it and not follow it. But everything else, like all of a sudden I'll start like cooking at the exact same time. And all of a sudden I'll do that. Like, so everything else starts to fall more into place, even though I don't try whatsoever. It just, there's
For sure.
almost like no other way to be successful in prep if you don't do that, like if
For
you
sure.
don't have everything else organized.
For sure. For sure. Um, Coming off the prep topic though, as far as like your morning routine and stuff, do you have like a skincare routine that you do? Do you have one that you do at night? Um, what's kind of like your morning look like as far as how you take care of yourself?
So I do have a skincare routine. Now I have it in like an AM and a PM. However, for some reason, like the AM, just I never do it. So like my goal though, one of my 2022 goals is to like really focus on that. And like I use this one product called Grand Lash, and I'm like obsessed with it. It helps your lashes grow, and it literally worked so well. Like I was putting it on at night though, and when like if you don't think about it, but like you put your head to the side, it like goes into like almost like the inner corner of your eye. I like grew an eyelash there where like I never had one before. So like I know it
Oh my
definitely
gosh.
works, but I don't like to put it on at night because of that reason. So it's in my AM skincare. And I'm like, oh my God, I never do this. Like this is like something I really need to start doing because I want to grow my lashes like better than they are. And so I'm like, oh, I really need to concentrate on this AM because I have so many good skin products in this AM one that like I'm missing out on it. How about
Yeah.
you?
My skincare routine in the morning, I mean, it's pretty basic. I mean, I use my Clarisonic brush with my detox cleanser, whatever you want to call it. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
like fun stuff in there, like charcoal and ginseng and like all that kind of stuff. And then I'll do a toner, a serum, which is just a vitamin C serum, moisturizer, and then to help it like sink into my skin, I use
Mhm.
the ice roller. And
Oh, nice.
that's just basically my morning skincare routine. My nighttime one is terrible. We're working on that.
Oh, okay. So we're flip-flopped.
Yeah, we're
That, yeah.
flip-flopped for sure.
So together we have a great skincare routine together.
Yes,
Separately,
together.
not so much.
We need
Like it's
we
getting
need
there.
some work.
Got it. Well, I will help you do your night and you can help me figure out a way to get my morning, like in a routine to do
For
it.
sure. For sure. That
So
sounds good.
now, so we talked about, like your peace and quiet and your skincare. Like, do you do any working out or anything or any activity in the morning?
It just depends on the day. I mean, if I have cardio to do that day, then I will go and do my cardio for the morning fasted. I just prefer to do it fasted. My coach has it to where I can do it fasted or I can do it after my workout. I prefer fasted, so
Oh,
I'll go and do
gotcha.
stairs for 20 minutes or so.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, 20 minutes, that's about it. That's 3 days a week right now. Other than that, no. I just I kind of like wake up in the morning. That's like my quiet time of where Dave's still asleep, my
Oh,
dog's
yeah.
still asleep.
Yeah.
That's like my peaceful me time. Um, other than that, it's just been it's been kind of slow like in the mornings for me as far as movement goes.
That's like I've been like that. However, although I'm not gonna like prep for anything, I do have the Arnold, coming up. Like not to compete in, but my booth. And I just really want to look really good. So I'm like, I hate to be like cliche, like diet starts, tomorrow, but mine really does start tomorrow on Monday. And I am going to start doing, my cardio and things like that in the morning, whether it's yoga, the elliptical rower, the punching bag. But I hate morning cardio until I do it for 2 weeks. And then like, I love morning cardio. Then like, I get
It's
it. And I'm,
weird. It's weird because when you aren't in the routine of it, you're like, God, this sucks. Like, I just don't even want to get up and go do this right now. But then I think
mhm,
when you're in the routine of doing it every single day, you're like, if you don't do it, you feel off. Like your
mhm.
whole day just feels off.
Exactly. And I'm like, I don't love like a lot of cardio. I hate it, but like, there's just nothing starting your day with like, even like just 15, 20 minutes of just like moving around, like you just feel more energized. I feel more just like athletic for lack of a better word. Like I can just move better, whatever. And I have not done cardio in probably like a good year and a half, to be honest, like whether it might've been like a walk here or something like that. But so I know this next 2 weeks is going to be bad, but I actually am looking forward to 2 weeks from tomorrow and how I'll feel.
It'll be bad, but it'll be good at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm
Like you'll feel good.
excited.
You never like feel bad after doing it.
No, not at all. And I'm putting together my gym in my garage for the next couple days. So hopefully like little by little, that'll be done. And then so I will have no excuse to not do cardio since it's literally on the other side of my garage door. So yeah,
That's
I'm making
awesome.
it almost impossible for me not to do it.
That's awesome though. I mean, it does make it 10 times easier when it's right there and you don't have to drive anywhere.
Exactly. I'm even going to put a TV in there so I can watch, like, I'm on this like Real Housewife, old school Real Housewife kick. Like I'm just started Miami again, which is probably hasn't been on in like 10 years. Just to have something like playing in my background while I work. So I'm like, maybe that'll get me up, like since I love the show, I'm like, it'll help at
Yeah.
least, a little bit. Can get half an episode in a cardio session. So we'll see. Just pray for me for the next couple days. That's all
I
I
got you. I got you. Maybe who knows if I start prep next week or the week after. I mean, we could probably FaceTime in the morning, get us through cardio together.
Yeah, that's true.
Depending on
That's
what
true.
time you get up. Although you don't get up really early, do you?
I don't, but that has to change. Unfortunately, like that's another thing. Like I hate to say like starting Monday, but I am a big like starting Monday type of person. And I am gonna start, I usually wake up at like 8 o'clock and I'm like, good, but it's gonna change to like 6:30.